Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives is now living a pleasant and trouble-free existence after years of financial hardship. She lived with her ex-husband, KODY Brown, and his other ex-wives, ROBYN Brown, Christine, and Mary Brown, for 30 years. Despite being a caring matriarch and having 6 children with KODY, Janelle didn't get the credit she deserved for her sacrifices. Rather, KODY criticized her and accused her of being unfaithful. As a result of KODY's severe rules for Janelle and their kids during the COVID-19 epidemic, their relationship became strained. In 2021, Janelle came to the realization that, like her sister wife Christine, she had to let go of KODY. After making plans, she started looking for new housing. Despite her precarious financial situation, Janelle severed her spiritual engagement with KODY in 2022 and went on with her life. Janelle purchased a plot of land near her married daughter's house in North Carolina in 2024. She permanently left Flagstaff, Arizona, to move to the new state. In an effort to earn more money and live a more tranquil life, she also launched new companies. In 2018, Janelle, KODY, Mary, and Christine spent a lot of money buying the 14-acre Coyote Pass property with the intention of eventually establishing a community there. However, when Janelle, Mary, and Christine broke up with KODY, their plans were derailed. When Mary and Janelle asked for their fair portion of Coyote Pass, KODY was hesitant at first. After putting off the sale for 3 years, KODY finally sold the Coyote Pass in 2025. He handed Janelle $305,000, which was probably more than twice as much as she had invested initially. Janelle seems to be in a far more secure financial situation in 2025 as a result of the transaction. She faced numerous obstacles that kept her from constructing her own house. Thankfully, Janelle's struggles are over because she now owns a sizable parcel of land in North Carolina. The mother of 5 is slowly turning it into her own private haven. Building a new house is her most recent endeavor. Janelle shocked her admirers in April 2025 when she revealed that she was building a house, saying, "My home is slowly coming to fruition." Janelle is really happy with what she has accomplished lately. Her confidence has increased as a result of her success, enabling her to live her life as she pleases. Additionally, Janelle is far more courageous now than she was before. She had previously stated that in 2025, she intended to rid herself of unfavorable individuals and circumstances. Janelle has been able to keep her life peaceful so far. I hope she can accomplish her objectives and live a happy life. By overcoming her financial difficulties and starting several profitable enterprises, such as Tata Farms and her t-shirt store, the Sister Wives star has genuinely inspired people. When Aurora's mother married KODY in 2010, she insisted on joining the family, saying, "I've been told directly, multiple circumstances by multiple different people, that I was not accepted, that I wasn't their sister, and that they didn't think or perceive me that way." Brianna, her sister, also expressed her opinion that the parents could have done a better job with, connecting us as a family, and it never really happened. Christine, however, is unsure of how they may have extended their embrace. She ensured that ROBYN and ROBYN's children were invited to everything. "I would just say, just come into the house anytime you want." She also mentioned that Michael T. Brown Padron lived with ROBYN's children for a while, and that her daughter Isabel Brown was very close to them. "There were hard times and my kids were frustrated, but they always consider ROBYN's kids their siblings just the same." Lashing out at the autonomy she received through multiple marriages. When it's functioning correctly, you have this amazing family unit that you're part of, a community that you're plugged into. You have a husband and you have a great relationship with him, and you have everything, right? And then I have all my independence. So, to me, plural marriage really was a really great arrangement. But KODY would never again say "I do" to polygamy. "Polygamy kills emotional intimacy," he said in the episode that aired on December 1st. "It makes everybody defensive, and I really want an emotionally vulnerable, intimate relationship with a woman, and you're not going to get that in polygamy." According to Janelle, Once the family moved to Arizona from Las Vegas in 2018, KODY found it more difficult to split his affections. She said on the September 29th show, KODY found it a lot easier to be away when he moved to Flagstaff. She revealed that he would try to grovel because he was exhausted, saying, "I'm really tired." I'm like, well, you can rest at my house just as much as you can rest at ROBYN's house. A couple of times I had to remind him that he needed to come to my house. The problem for Christine's children, however, was that they saw that ROBYN and their dad were a couple and he wasn't in our home. JANELLE described this separateness her brood felt with ROBYN, saying, "My children were scolded if they would open up ROBYN's fridge." ROBYN added that her crew was aware of the division. On the September 29th episode, she revealed, "Mary was very accepting of my kids and I overall, but the rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I. All we wanted to do was be a part of this family." However, Gabriel would contend that he and his siblings made a concerted effort to include them. He stated, "I think that ROBYN definitely has a victim complex," during the episode that aired on October 13th. I mean, to put it bluntly. And I don't necessarily blame her for that. I think that different people do, devise different strategies to keep themselves afloat. But he continued, "If she actually believes that we were mistreating her or her children in any way when she was constantly getting favorited by dad, and we were always working on our relationship with her kids, if she actually believes that, then there's no chance of me having a relationship with ROBYN ever again." In the September 29th episode, KODY talked about how his and ROBYN's youngest child, Aurora, who was born in January 2016, clung to his leg as he tried to depart, demonstrating how having their dad move between 4 different houses did have an impact on his 18 children. "I had to explain to her, there's another wife that needs me, another mommy. I got other kids that need to see me," KODY said. "And she's just dragging along on my legs screaming, 'Don't leave me, Daddy, don't leave me.' And I'm like, golly man, this is hard." JANELLE insisted, "Unfortunately, that's just a reality of plural marriage. From the very beginning," she said, "the kids knew that their dad was not going to always be there. I always felt like that KODY and ROBYN mismanaged the situation with her children. He couldn't be away for more than 3 or 4 days because Ari just gets so sad or whatever." I'm like, I feel like that was poor parenting. Through all history of the family, the other kids did it, and they're fine. They're well-adjusted adults. During KODY's divorces, Mykelti, a mother of 3 and one of the few brown children still close to ROBYN and KODY, as well as Christine and JANELLE, played the role of peacekeeper. ROBYN was close to Mykelti from the time she joined the Brown family, and she was even invited to attend the birth of her twins, Archer and Ace, in November 2022. "I was trying to figure out who I was when ROBYN first joined the family, and she made me feel special, and she made me feel seen," Mykelti said in the episode that aired on September 29th. "ROBYN was there for me when I needed somebody. She was there for me when I needed somebody to hear me, to love me." Additionally, her mother Christine was ecstatic. Christine said in the October 6th episode, "It was everything that I hoped for when ROBYN entered the family, and it was clear that she and Mykelti had a great relationship. When I was so excited about having a plural family, I was hoping that my kids would have a great relationship with other moms." KODY believes that he was taken out of their life by more than just his wives. He gave his perspective on his distance from some of his older children in the October 6th episodes, explaining, "They're purposely leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I did not commit. I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers." Furthermore, he added, he believes his ex-spouses share some of the responsibility. "This disparity in relationship with my children is specifically in my mind because of ST talk," he stated. "There's this whirlwind of disappointment from the family breaking up or whatever, and it's like, well, blame Dad. Dad screwed up." Although he bears some of the responsibility, he finds the name-calling offensive. KODY disclosed that one of his children replied to a text message saying, "You are a piece of trash. I would never speak to you again anyway." He notably mentioned that he was having trouble connecting with Hunter, Maddie, and Gabriel. "I've had one of my kids just say, 'You're an a-hole. I'm never talking to you again. You manipulated me and you brainwashed me,'" he said to cameras in a different incident. and he's unwilling to deal with that venom. He stated, "I'm not going to reach out forever," adding that he believes his parents ought to be doing more to make things right. "I'm willing to make the effort, but somebody else is going to have to be on the other end of that and make some effort too." ROBYN found it extremely painful to witness KODY's alienation from his grown children. During the October 6th program, she said, "My parents got divorced when I was little. He lived with one wife in another city, and then my mom lived alone. I remember confronting my biological father saying, 'What happened? Why?' All he really did was just make a bunch of lame excuses as to why he wasn't there for me when I was young, and it just sucked." No, she wasn't going to let KODY's wounded sentiments prevent him from trying. During their heated on-camera confrontation in late 2022, she admitted, "I'm having a hard time not, feeling like losing respect for you a little bit." KODY also admitted that he might be doing more to improve his relationship with his children, but he insisted that he must first heal his heart. Claiming that certain of his children are colluding against me, he said, "I'm so angry about what has happened that if I talk to my kids, I'm worried that they'll trigger me with an accusation. I'm too hot-headed right now. All I'll do is more damage." When JANELLE and KODY's oldest son Logan married his now-wife Michelle Petty in October 2022, a large portion of the family was present, but they weren't quite feeling the love. In the October 6th episode, KODY lamented to ROBYN, "You saw Madison take her kids and scuttle them away from me," pointing out that his daughter had not informed him that she was pregnant, her third child, Josephine, who was born in February 2023. "She never told me she was pregnant. Since they don't talk much, Maddie doesn't really tell her dad anything. Really, Maddie doesn't have any contact with him," JANELLE clarified when asked why her daughter avoided KODY during the wedding. "She is very protective of her children. KODY has not been there since Evie was born, and Evie's 3.5. And she didn't want him to just drop in and be like, 'Oh, I'm your grandpa,' and then be like, 'What? Who is this guy? What does KODY think?'" In reference to Maddie's life in North Carolina, he stated, "It's unrealistic expectation for grandparents to be in their grandchildren's lives all the time, especially if you move your children to an entirely different coast. In Flagstaff, I have a job and a life." One recurring issue is KODY's insistence on some kind of mea culpa, even though it's evident that he and his adult children have quite different perspectives on their continued separation. After the COVID scare was over and we all went back to our normal lives, we still couldn't reconcile as a family because KODY felt like the boys needed to give an apology to him and to ROBYN, especially to ROBYN. JANELLE talked about her sons in the October 13th clip. "And after it sort of morphed into this, well, they just need to come and talk to me. And the most precious person in this family who's given her heart and soul has been disrespected or some bull's tea like that," JANELLE added, "and I'm like, whatever, KODY." KODY's problem, she added, was that he believed his children had not been faithful to him. Yes, anything. The same was true for Gabriel, who told JANELLE about a conversation he had with his father. "He kept phrasing it like I owed him an apology," he said, "and finally I was just like, hey, unless you're actually ready to have a relationship and fix things, then we're not going to talk anymore." He returned a few days later and texted me. He says, "Hey, I've been looking at what you've been saying." I said, "I forgive you. Please forgive me." I said, "What have you forgiven me for?" "It's not frequently, but every couple months I'll call and they'll go out," JANELLE explained in the October 13th episode, referring to KODY's relationship with his youngest of the 6 children he shares with JANELLE. The rest of the kids don't really have much of any kind of connection with him. Savannah, who graduated from high school in 2023, feels that her 4 older brothers have assumed the position of a father figure. The girl has even admitted to JANELLE that she hopes to have her siblings marry her. "He's going to be kind of that dad who shows up and we have a lot of fun, and then he's gone," JANELLE explained. "I've talked to Savannah about it and she's like, look, I just have come to realize that this is who he is. Wherever he is, I can meet him. It's all right." But JANELLE is less understanding. "Look, I've seen this happen," she bemoaned, "and I'm just so frustrated with KODY. Over the years, I've dealt with a number of ladies who were divorced, and the father simply disappears with the children. Gabriel took it very hard because KODY was someone who would take Gabriel with him on business trips. Janelle said early in their father-son conflict. Kody was a totally engaged father until the last few years. I told Dad that if he doesn't change and he can't take accountability, then I just won't ever see him again, Gabriel stated in the October 13th episode, despite his feelings of confusion over what he did to enrage his father. And that's totally fine with me. He's at peace that his dad is not in his life, Janelle said. That's what I wish for all of my children, you know. And I believe they're all arriving. Kody, for his part, seemed to be accepting of the circumstances. In a confessional, he said, "I've tried to reach out to Gabriel several times but have been turned down. I'm really sorry that he feels that way. However, it wasn't because I didn't try." Despite being the final wife to divorce Kody, Meri formally ended their relationship in late 2022 by asking for and getting what their church refers to as a release on the basis of abandonment. On the October 13th episode, she said, "I know he doesn't like that word because he doesn't feel like he abandoned me. I believe that he did." She believes that he essentially disregarded her until she decided to go so that he could say, "My hands are clean." Furthermore, Kody acknowledged that he had a small plan. "I had moved on a long time ago," he said in a confessional. "But let's be honest, I was scared of what she would do if I pulled off that band-aid. It's because Meri has never been faithful to me. I've been concerned about that. It's merely a matter of reputation, as being divorced ruins your reputation." Meri claimed that instead, it was hers that was being damaged. "It's really just sad that Kody's talking about our marriage the way that he's talking about it," she stated. "It feels like the narrative has changed with him, but the things that he's saying about me to other people and the people are believing are not true." Thanks to an exercise suggested by their marital and family therapist in Las Vegas, Christina discovered years before she and Kody parted ways that they weren't a good fit on paper. During the October 20th episode, Christine disclosed that Kody wasn't any of the qualities on the list. "I told him the list, and he's like, 'I'm not any of those things for you.' I said, 'No, you're not.'" Christine wrote down that she was looking for a good communicator, someone who would be present in her and her children's lives, and someone who was attracted to her. She rapidly realized that her now husband David Woolley was her soulmate, in part because of the missive. She raved about the widower father of 8, saying, "He has owned his own drywall business, and his family is his most important thing. He is known for being straightforward and honest with others, and he is an excellent communicator." Introduction: a new chapter for Janelle Brown? It's been a wild ride for Janelle Brown of Sister Wives fame. From navigating life with Kody Brown to her dramatic decision to step away from the family dynamic, Janelle has finally found herself at a crossroads, and it appears the path ahead is full of promise. In recent months, Janelle has been making waves with her glowing transformation, both physically and financially, and fans are wondering, did the Coyote Pass payout fix her money problems once and for all? The Coyote Pass controversy. What's the big deal? For those who've been living under a rock, the Coyote Pass property has been a major point of contention for the Brown family. Situated in Flagstaff, Arizona, this sprawling parcel of land was meant to be the future home of the entire Brown family. But over time, it became a source of division, arguments, and, let's face it, a lot of drama. Kody's decision to redivide the land after several wives, including Janelle, left him behind has sparked fierce debate among fans. After Janelle made the bold decision to leave Kody in the dust, it's been speculated that she received a substantial payout from her share of Coyote Pass. Was this enough to solve her financial woes? It's certainly looking like it might be. A closer look at Janelle's financial struggles before the payout. Before the alleged payout from Coyote Pass, Janelle wasn't exactly living the high life. While she had a steady income from her work on Sister Wives, there was no denying that her finances were, at best, precarious. Janelle's decision to distance herself from Kody and his toxic control over her life came with its own set of challenges, especially when it came to securing her own financial freedom. Janelle has been vocal about feeling financially unsupported by Kody, especially as he spent lavishly on his own properties, including the infamous ROBYN's house. Meanwhile, Janelle was stuck in a difficult financial situation, unsure of how she would be able to start fresh on her own. But did the payout from Coyote Pass change all that? Janelle's glow-up, from financial struggles to a brand new home. One of the most jaw-dropping changes we've seen in Janelle since her departure from KODY is her glow-up. Not only has she shed the weight and transformed her look, but she's also making big moves in her personal and professional life. Most recently, Janelle has been sharing photos of her new life, and it's clear that she's living her best life. From glowing Instagram selfies to her radiant new look, there's no denying that she's entering a new era. But what's even more exciting? Janelle's been building a brand new house in North Carolina, her dream home. The house represents much more than just a change of address. It's a symbol of her new independence, freedom, and financial empowerment. This brand new property is set to be her sanctuary, a place where she can finally live life on her terms, without the drama, the control, or the complicated dynamics with KODY. Is this house really a sign of financial stability? Now, the burning question on every Sister Wives fan's mind: is Janelle's move to North Carolina and her new house a sign that her financial struggles are a thing of the past? Could the KODY Pass payout have given her the financial cushion she needed to secure her future? It's highly likely. Although Janelle has always been a hard worker and a savvy businesswoman, her financial situation has never been as stable as it could have been, given KODY's erratic handling of family finances. With the KODY Pass payout, Janelle is no longer shackled by the financial uncertainty that plagued her for years.